This is the Iowa Weather Report for Monday, March 24th, 2014. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. This is at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a trough over about the eastern two-thirds of the country. Some energy coming in to the state from the north and west. That's going to be bringing a system in with some light snow around. The GFS has been pretty much downgrading this storm now to pretty much an isolated chance. We still think there'll be an inch or maybe two of snow, but it shouldn't cause much travel issues with highs in the 20s and mainly the 30s across the state. But it'll be much cooler on Tuesday, highs in the 20s and 30s on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies around as the storm moves off to the east and a new coastal storm moves up toward the Canadian Maritimes. But around here, the winds turn out of the southwest here on Wednesday. That could boost temperatures from the upper 30s north and east to the low to mid 50s south and west. It also brings the Gulf of Mexico moisture up. Storm system comes in. This could bring us some showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two with readings in the 40s and 50s on Thursday. Thursday night into early Friday, we could see some of the precipitation as it's ending switch over to a wintry mix or some wet snow. And we have a disturbance here during the day on Friday that could bring some lingering clouds, maybe a sprinkle or two, with readings in the upper 30s north through the 40s elsewhere. Saturday, winds are back to the south again as this fairly quick moving flow continues, back into the 40s and 50s across the state here for Saturday. And the winds will continue here on Sunday out of the south. Maybe a few more clouds, especially in the northern counties with those systems moving across Minnesota and Wisconsin. 40s, upper 40s through maybe the low and mid 60s from northeast to south and west. And then by next week, next Monday, you can see here comes another trough coming into Southern California. And on the lee side or the east side of this could form a low pressure center up in the Rockies and Plains. The Gulf will be open up, and this means we could see some rain possibly breaking out by later in the day on Monday. And this could last for several days into the extended period as well. So this is another storm we're going to have to watch in the coming days. Going into the extended period on April 4th, pretty much a flat flow, zonal flow across the country. Some energy moving into the plains, and with this could bring us maybe a system around here, but it looks to be fairly disorganized, or it's developing at this point with a low pressure center west of the state, Gulf opening up, so we could see some rain activity if this is to be correct. And then at the end of the forecast on April the 8th, we have a system kind of slightly negatively tilted over Kansas, Oklahoma. And this system here with April 8th, that means we could see some, shower and thunderstorm activity just to our south across Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. Could we see severe weather? It's more than 2 weeks out. We can't even get a good pinpoint on some systems, even 3 days out, so we won't do it for a storm that far out. But looking at the satellite image, we can pinpoint where the clouds and storms are in this case. Clouds across the Gulf Coast, next disturbance moving in from the plains, some clouds off the northwest and off the northeast coast. The watch warning map from last evening, we can also pinpoint that there's not a whole heck of a lot going on. Some winter storm watches in the Sierras, some freeze warnings in the south. Outside of that, and a wind chill advisory in Maine, it's quiet. QPF chart, that doesn't look very quiet. This is precipitation through Friday evening at 7 o'clock. Heaviest along and just in the Gulf of Mexico, across the northwest. Around here, with two systems, maybe up to or over 1/2 inch of precipitation.